I have a rich uncle with an amazing house on the water. It has a massive pool and back garden. He let me throw a huge party. I wanted to go crazy. I invited all my mates and they invited all of theirs, as it was my 21st after all. Also, my uncle was on a business trip at that time. Everyone bought their own alcohol. My uncle had an amazing surround sound speaker system. I plugged in my phone, got my playlist ready and set it down. The party started at 8. Nobody was to enter the house, unless they needed the toilet. It was a garden party. So many more people than I accounted for ended up coming. All my friends had brought a few mates with them. There were groups of people walking into the garden that I didn't recognize. I just assumed they were all invited by my friends. Looking about and seeing almost 90 people, I quickly got paranoid that they'd damage the property and leave a big mess, which I'd have to clean. It was a long night. I kept an eye on who was going in and out of house, but it was my birthday and I had to have a good time. The party was that big. Neighbors had complained to the police, who came and told everyone to go. Just a few of my friends stayed. There was around 8 of us, chilling by the pool. Slowly they left, except for Alex. I let him stay the night. My uncle would have been annoyed, as his instructions were, nobody stays over. Alex was so drunk he'd probably pass out downstairs anyway. I let him in whilst I went and locked the gates, all the windows and both doors. Alex was already asleep on the sofa when I got back in. He'd just groaned when I tried waking him. I left him to it and checked my bathroom to see what state it was in, but it was clean, thankfully. I went upstairs to one of the rooms. The giant foyer had 2 staircases that lead up to the hallway. The hallway had a bathroom, a second living room, and 3 bedrooms. I grabbed my toothbrush and brushed, then went to bed. It was easy to fall asleep whilst drunk. I woke up a bit later, rushing to the toilet to be sick. On my way back to the bedroom, I could hear footsteps in the foyer downstairs. I looked down over the balcony. I said, "Alex." The figure stopped, and I could sense it was looking at me, but it was so dark it was hard to tell. I could then hear snoring from in the lounge. The figure can't be Alex. I asked who it was, hoping it was a party guest that had fell asleep prior. I got no response. It sounded like they were now in the kitchen. I was scared now. I pretended I was fine and said, "I'm off to bed now." I went back in the room to call the police. I remembered Alex. What if something happened to him? I rang his phone. Someone answered before I got a response. I said Alex a few times. I could just hear heavy breathing. I immediately hung up and rang the cops, whilst basically whispering to the operator. My door handle moved. Somebody knocked, unsure whether to tell them about the police. The operator said, "I wouldn't do that." I asked about Alex. He didn't answer right away and told me to stay in the room. Hopefully they'll think he's asleep and leave him. All I could do was wait for the police. The operator said they're arriving any second. The police managed to get through the back door, which was left open by the intruders. I went downstairs and explained everything to them and Alex. We searched the house but didn't know if anything was stolen. My uncle did find out as his watch was missing. He was so angry and didn't let me stay again.